Do you like chocolate? Probably a yes, well, for most of you. Well, someone who does like chocolate is Jamie Kincaid, one of the two main characters of the book I read, which is by E.L. Konigsberg. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't tell you the title of the book. That's because it is 10 words, and I want to see if you can remember it, while not focusing all of your attention on it. The book is called From the Mixed Files of Miss Paisley Frankweiler. I will not repeat myself. So, this book is set in the late 60s, where Claudia is in school, straight A student. She feels unappreciated by her mother and father, but she thinks that she cannot pull off the old-fashioned running away. So instead of running away from somewhere, she runs to somewhere. That somewhere will be New York City, from Greenwich, Connecticut, where she lives. She decides to take one of her brothers, Jamie, who she thinks will be the best choice because he's rich. Well, in a sense of children being rich. He has never started collecting baseball cards or eating hot fudge sundaes after school. So he should have at least $5 maybe, which would be quite a lot by then. And Claudia tells him that she is going to be taking him to New York City without permission from their parents. When he does agree, she asks him how much money he has. At first, he's trying to hold the secret like over her head, not telling her. But finally, he cracks and tells her that he has $24.43. In today's money, that would be about around $200. He has that much money because he gambles. He plays war, but cheats on the school bus with his friend Bruce. But Bruce only pays in change. So he has a bunch of nickels, dimes, pennies, quarters, and that's all he has. And it just weighs him down a bit. So they stay on the bus with their instrument cases, which instead of having instruments in them, are filled with clothing. And they stay on their school bus until it drives away to the lot. The bus driver, whose name happens to be Herbert if you wanted to know, leaves the bus. Claudia and Jamie leave the bus after Herbert does, about a minute after, and they head to the train station and catch a 10:42 to New York City. Jamie says that he would much rather stay in Central Park than the place that Claudia has picked. Claudia has picked that they were going to be staying in the Metropolitan Museum of Arts. And once they get there, they check in, they leave their instrument cases at the front counter, and they have a nice morning there. They check out at 4:30 p.m. and go to the back entrance, where they come in, and then they stand in the restroom stalls, on the toilets, with the doors open so that they do not get caught. They stand there for about half an hour, and the 5-minute warning goes off. They stay there for about 5 minutes after the 5-minute warning, and they leave. They get out of the bathrooms, and they find a nice place to sleep. They sleep in Erwin Untermeyer's bed, which is 4-poster canopy bed, and they stay there for 2 days, maybe, and there's a new exhibit. I'm not going to tell you what the new exhibit is, but this exhibit has been taking New York and neighboring states by storm. People from all over the East Coast coming to see it. Claudia and Jamie get to see it, but only for a second. Claudia is enthralled by its beauty and wants to find out more. They think that this exhibit might have been made by Michelangelo, but nobody really knows. Well, that's what you think, because I definitely forgot, to introduce one character earlier, Mrs. Frankweiler, the only person in the world who knows the answer to this secret. So they stay at the museum, they study, they try and figure out if this was made by Michelangelo. And maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. They end up having little money, and they take a train to Farmington, Connecticut, where Mrs. Frankweiler lives. They have a conversation with her, and then they find out the answers to their big mystery. Thank you.